Oh boy. Your boy doesn't know what this is gonna be. Carl, what's up, my friend? It's gonna be a wild night tonight. This game is not suitable for children and those who are easily disturbed. Okay. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warning, please. Oh, God. What? What? Yeah, we wheel spun last night into Doki Doki Literature Club. And here we are. Yeah, that's what I've been told. We'll see. I don't think so, Lampy Lamp. It said that it's disturbing and a psychological horror. Let's hope not, and let me stream it, so... It's peak trust? Okay, I'm trusting. I'm trusting. It has like 218,000 positive reviews. So, it's gotta be... It's gotta be good for a reason, right? I don't have a mouse pointer, though. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to... Oh, okay, well. Wes, don't take the bait. Well, I think we're here, though. We wheel spun, and it was it. There's nothing I can do. I mean, it does say 13 years older, so I don't think it's... I don't think we're farming corn. Please enter your name. Oh, we need a great name for this game. Come on, brain. Harness something clever. Oh, it doesn't let me fit all of Trogdor the Burninator. Well, I don't know, Carl. It's giving me that vibe a little bit. Let's see. Gortath, the Gortath of Hell. Oh. Alright, let's just go with Phil. You could be the Undertaker. We could. Hey! Oh, God. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sowery, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Okay. Is the screen frozen? What's going on here? There we go. Is it fixed now? Okay. No, Birdie, you're just in time. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori, okay. catch up to me. Ha ha! I overslept again. Oh, you... But I caught you this time. Phil. Oh wait, I need to give Phil a Phil voice. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Phil. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Well... Sayori. Sayori. I don't know. Am I pronouncing that right? Sayori? Or re? Sayori. Sayori. I don't know. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Yeah, what's up with the game freezing? I might have to play it in windowed. By the way, Phil, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you right, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going to be about. She's a bad... Okay, Phil's being a bad friend to this girl. What up, H? Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on an average while spending my free time on games and anime. That's what I'm actually saying, though. Okay, that music needs to chill just a little bit. I'll turn my mic down just a little. Seems like that music's just really being music right in my ear. Is that good music to mic volume here? Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Okay, I don't like how she's judging us already. Some of us don't want to socialize, and I do just want to watch anime and play video games. So... your happiness is really important to me, you know? Okay, never mind. She's a good friend. I changed my mind already. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Oh, Carl. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Okay, she's a good friend. She's a good friend. Phil, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why'd I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Low-key, she is probably the life of the party. You gotta have those type of people around you. They make life worth living. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Saori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hey, blah 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 blah. Dude, every Monday is a Garfield Monday for me. I feel you. Hello. Oh, hey, Saori. Hello. Must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Saori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie? Is the vice president of the literature club? Literature sounds wild. Unc, what are you playing? Well, we wheel spun last night, and we could have been playing Alan Wake, but they voted for Doki Doki Literature Club. So here we are, playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Not that I was even aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it'd be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, I'm interested in literature is guaranteed to be even less. True. A new highlight? What's that mean? Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything, and don't make promises you can't keep. I can tell Saori is sour. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna struggle. Can I just call her Say? I'm just gonna do that. We went from horror games to an anime talking game. The funny part about this, Goofy, is it says that this is a psychological horror game, and it has 218,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam. So I guess we'll see. And everyone keeps telling me that it's really good, so I'm gonna call her Say, because my tongue ain't working with that name, so I'll let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake, valid. I dejectedly follow Say across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Say, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1, welcome to Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Say always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Wow. Okay, buzzkill. Ah, Phil. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Hey, Phil picked the right club. Oh, nice, Huggy. This is the first time I've ever played this. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Huh. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Say. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Say says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Oh, look, she got embarrassed. Gotta make sure I don't spoil. Wait, first time as in you have zero idea what happened in this game, or you know, but it's... No, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know that, like, there's a crazy part, and I can kind of deduce based off the warnings at the start of the game that it's not going to be great, but I don't know, like, the details. Well, hopefully you like it. Well, we're locked in for it. We're here for it. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sei and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? I'm sure that's not how you pronounce that, is it? Monica? We'll just go with it. That's right. It's great to see you again, Phil. She smiles sweetly. Aw. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come, sit down, Phil. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me and Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Tea and cupcakes sounds phenomenal. As Sei mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sei. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sei. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray, which reveals a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. All right, this game's got me hooked. We got cupcake cats. I'm in, baby. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. That's adorable. 10 out of 10. So cute, agree? I had no idea we're so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sei grabs one first, then Monica I follow. It's delicious. Sei talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking like the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did said, well, maybe, but no, for you, no, you dummy. All right. I give up Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You see my repost, you would see me yelling in the repost comment. Oh, hold on. I'm losing chat here. You know, release a second video. Cupcake cats. What's up, S. Jensen? You ever see my repost? Okay. All right. I'm with you. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intermediated. Yuri just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy the tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider a literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sei. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sei seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Ah, well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. What do you think of Doki Literature Club so far? I mean, there's Cupcake Cat, so I'm in. What's up? What's up? How are you? Monika's really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining, but I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Phil, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, I'm glad I went with a basic name like Phil and not something outrageous. I was thinking of doing something outrageous, but considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Sounds like somebody I know. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. These sound like my people, Mama Onion says. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over for me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. I give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit for silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Phil? Right. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Say may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought. Phil, you all are defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls lied. Yes, I'm so happy. Say wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. And thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone, I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Phil, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Did I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Phil, since you're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, say I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Okay, I haven't read chat in a while. This game requires a West ooh-woo. Oh, hey, no way I'm doing an ooh-woo. You got me all sorts of mixed up here. Yuri is fire. The character or woman ex-woman ships. The character actually needs to shower. Oh, why am I not hearing all the gifts? H, thank you. Let me just sip here. He just said ooh-woo when he said he... Nah, man, I mean, I could do a real ooh-woo. But listen, we ain't trying to cringe the audience out here. Do it. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Say, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow close to one of these girls. Man, homeboy doing just like... I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Wampy, no. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club members will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes the poem the most. Oh, okay. Oh. Do a real one? Hey, Birdie with the roses. Thank you, Birdie. All right, so we're making a poems here. Let's do sunset. Clouds. Desire. Doki Doki. Nightgown. Vibrant. Vivacious. Oh, kawaii for sure. I don't even have to look at the rest of them. Don't even have to look at the rest of them. Let's go Bliss. Cheeks. Boop. Let's go Memories. Fantasy. Laugh. Socks. Oh, kitty for sure. The words for the poems are always so random. Unrestrained. Dream. Papa. Oh, we are a farming. This game's wild. Horror. Oh. We'll go Misfortune. Romance. I just wrote the most banger poem. Hi again, Phil. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Phil. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Say told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. How about we run these hands out in the hallway? Sheesh. Did you pick the bad ending? Oh, no. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh, dang, outed in front of everybody. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Phil always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Say, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Okay, sorry. How come? You and Phil can become good friends too. As usual, Say seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Say, me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Say made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting it in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches in her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. It's probably Hatchet, the greatest book ever made, ever written in the history of books. Newt! What's up, Newt? W. Carl, what's up, TP? Yeah, we kind of vested in reading, so if I miss anything in chat, I'm sorry. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Yeah, wouldn't that be a superpower? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Say and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Yo, Newt can tune in when Newt feels like it. It's great to see you. I'm glad that you're here. Oh, you put me on the big screen? We gotta widen out then. Oh, sorry. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. Yeah, that's so true. You don't want to bring up anime. Well, not, I guess nowadays anime is so popular, it doesn't really matter. It used to be like you had to really fill it out and be like, so have you ever watched, like, Naruto? And then, like, if it's a yes, then it just springs into forever. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that, Phil. I get a close look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points at the classroom door. She's all like, hey, kick rocks if you're gonna be talking like that. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Phil. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shows the book right into my hands. Ah. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attires striking animated, feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo. Don't just stand there. Oh, what? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Oh, what? Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Realize that Natsuki route on phone. TP, this is my first time ever playing it. I don't know anything about what's going on. So valid, yeah. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Whoa, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Huh? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. My favorite anime of all time is a slice of life. Fun fact. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So... Oh, birdie on that lurk. What should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things, like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into all their backstories and when some of them romance starts happening. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Huh? Natsuki gives a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, it's called Parfait Girls, Phil. Get it together, dog. Jeez. I looked away and said, hey, are you paying attention? Good timing. I can't download TikTok, I could download Twitch. I'm not on Twitch, I'm only on YouTube and TikTok now. Yeah, one day we'll be back on Twitch. Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like, I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. True. Nice. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? We read for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Aww. She ain't got no friends. Huh. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Oh, wait, never mind. She's got friends. They just aren't into manga. Okay. Never mind. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch him in the face. Alright, I like Natsuki now. I'm on board. I know, those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it's paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Oh. Oh. So... Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... Oh! I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter. Thought the other chat was from Twitch? Nah, it's from YouTube. Hey, there's a whole lot of reading. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Rexy! What's up? Okay, everyone, are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly noticed how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but... Monica just said... Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Oh. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It wouldn't take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. Valid? By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alrighty then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, do you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sei and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sei is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Don't know, can't talk on YouTube? You can't talk on YouTube, that's weird. Who should I share my poem with first? Well, we did just get to know Natsuki quite a bit. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. What's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I'd be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. Phil's just like, really? So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure it out. It's win or lose with her. It's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race. Owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Oh, Rexy, I hope you feel better, my friend. Let me know if you need anything. Yeah, I told you that they weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. Alright, TP, thanks for dropping by, my friend. Nice to meet you. Thank you for the follow today. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Low-key, her poem wasn't great, but, you know, we ain't gonna say that to her. That'd be mean. Alright. Did I miss any comments here? Alright, we're gonna talk to Yuri. Yuri's kind of the cool one here. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face into her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize as new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. You mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I do love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, oops. Uh-oh, I can't read cursive well. Ghost under the light. The friends of my has illuminated beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining starlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calms breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I think I got that. That's a good poem. Yuri. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. It took you a long time to read? Oh no! Damn. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you in a ghost, Yuri? Who? Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Phil. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more Solomon putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on those things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, say, what you got? This is a good poem, Phil. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you really are part of the club now. Not to mention the fact I'm standing in front of you in the club room. I want to eat the words off of a book. Same. I gotta get a little bit of that. A little bit of that water. A little bit of that dark pepper. This is very real. Yeah, this game's wild. I don't know what's going on. I haven't read anything out loud, this much out loud in a long time. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Phil. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Try new things like this for other people. That's something that only real good people do. Thanks, Say. I'm not sure if Say sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Oh, she had me in the first half. She was cooking. Say, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit? You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say it when it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast! Yeah, this game's got some charm. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for sharing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. What up, prototype? Who should I show my poem next? Oh, it's Monica for sure. Hi, Phil. Having a good time so far? Oh, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better at just going with the flow until I'm more settled. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Phil. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Phil. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Chill! Oh, geez. No. It's kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Wait, this game knows ball. Shel Silverstein's the GOAT. Schoolgirl West win? Yo, don't worry about it. That's for a different stream, Lampy Lamp. Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. I fear I have no idea who that is. What? Shel Silverstein? The snake that eats the kid? Where the sidewalk ends? He's got like 3 super mega famous poem books. They're really good. Very cute. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning of, so I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Uh-huh. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel the way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, not cursive again. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction that spackle protrudes? Spackle? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinus? Oh, so embarrassing I can't read cursive, bro. TikTok Live ended. What? Due to inactivity. Okay, TikTok is back up. Why would it do that? I wonder if it's because I accidentally had it minimized. We'll wait a second for TikTok to come back. I don't know what happened. Hey, what up, man? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I wonder why TikTok always seems to close and be weird randomly. I don't know if it disconnected because of connection. It said due to inactivity. So boo, back. Okay, we're back. I stopped when H came over to YouTube and said that TikTok was down. I stopped for a minute. What up, Foxy? All right. TikTok hates us? Yeah, I know. TikTok always hates us. They be hating on it daily. Yeah, man, I'm doing pretty good. Let's catch up sometime soon. Hit me up on whatever you have me on still. Was wondering what happened. I'm the messenger for us TikTok viewers. H is the one. Keeps us all connected. All right, let's run this one back here. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction that spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retains. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. How deep? Garlic Master? Oh, Lampy Lamp knows who that is. Jake, you would know who Lampy Lamp is, but I can't give away his real name. So, what'd you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. Where performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. That word almost got me. My dyslexia doesn't like 4 P's that close together. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. That's actually fantastic advice for writing. What if I ate air molecules? Technically, you already... Yeah, you be eating those air molecules. Thanks for listening. Monica dropping some deep advice. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sei and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sei liked it, and Phil did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Phil liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, this was a mistake. Oh, this was a mistake. I'm gonna get cooked. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Phil appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh! And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Phil started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like the fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they were noticed I was standing there. Phil, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? That meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Phil. Wait, what? There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Phil? Phil's like, what? Well? How did I get dragged in this in the first place? Not like I know anything about writing. Well, whoever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. Oh, no! Yeah, we're asking... Oh, I don't... Why do I gotta make the decisions? I'm just here for vibes, man. And a delicious Dr. Pepper. Sponsor me. Dr. Pepper, it's time. I'll send him that one too, don't worry. Help me say, Natsuki! Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Say, yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Say uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Phil. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to inject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Say wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being, she would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give me so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute. There's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. I can't believe What is this game, guys? Say stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Say is vice president, I whispered to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Say is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone, it's just about that time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Phil, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you've learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Phil, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Say beams to me. It truly has been a while since Say and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. I'm glad he's not being such a prude. Say, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Phil, nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. Looks like Say still hasn't caught on the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Oh, Phil! Get your mind out of the gutter. Phil. I pat Say on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Say as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. TikTok still good? We still live? It says we're still live. All right, poem number 2. Yep, we still here? All right, sweet. I don't really know how I'm supposed to, like... Oh no, Carl evaporated. Wait, we can't have... I'm just drawing while watching? Nice. Okay. Aura. Fun. Party. Hope. Joy. Ocean. Pout. Cute. Clumsy. Precious. Horror. Inferno. Massacre. Death. Misfortune. Oh, God. Vibrant. Uncanny. Milk. Gotta throw some milk in there. Oh, you know this game a little bit? At least one character? Yeah, I didn't know anything about this game. Childhood? Doki Doki. Milk. What are we doing right now? We're playing a game called Doki Doki Literature Club. It's supposed to be scary, but it has not been scary yet. Grief. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little bit more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Phil. Yo, Say. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. Oh, shoot. I forgot to take my medicine. Carl, why are your knees in pain? What'd you do, my friend? My teethers are still kind of hurting. Hey, thank you for the like. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. What up, Ghost? But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Say? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Say nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Say. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan on convincingly or conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would have to lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so the only leaves the one option. Well, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in the book as always. Aha! I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri. Tell Phil to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, say. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough. Retribution. So close to uwu. You're waiting on the uwu? Ooh, it ain't happening, gang. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still coming from you, say. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Say knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, say. Flap? Whoa. Kaya. Out of nowhere, something smacks Say in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... a cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Say glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just going to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. I was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Say hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Say rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Say suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sei gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Aw, jeez. I get it. Cookie's still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sei off of her. Sei suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, do you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sei trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Yo, they'll be fighting if that happened to me. Take a bite of my cookie. What happened to the character voices? Ghost, you gotta enjoy with what you're getting. We had some moments of intensity. I'm putting in some effort. Monica, can you tell, Sei, Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica, choose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. A boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds so cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Phil. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sei's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. I should have gone to bed. Carl! You gotta get sleep, Carl! Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sei somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back at her book and Natsuki disappeared in the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? What do you mean, bruh? You read a book. I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. Maybe I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sei's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem real lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone that literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual, but it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sei is taking this really seriously. It's rare to see her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? I crave paper. I crave violence, brother. What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Yo, Sei is a villain. You're back because this was on your FYP? Hey, we on people's FYP? Let's go. Cupcakes it is, then. Don't eat your knees, Carl. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. In the end, Sei is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sei can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. What? That wasn't ooh woo. You guys need to watch yourself. I open my eyes to find Sei's face filling my vision. Nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, say. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Say, it's written all over you. Say glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around. I run my fingertips down the side of Say's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. Your bow. Wow, bow. This is a crock of shit. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would even notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Say. Yo, why are we being a jerk right now, though? She's been the nicest person here. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Yo! Imagine? Rip. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom? Yo, bro. Keep your hands to yourself. Carl. Hey, I'm in a dark, cold basement playing a horror dating sim, so... Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Say's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Say hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. This game's wild. What am I doing? We were promised 3,000 years ago. Do I look like Paul Atreides to you? Was this the fortune to be happened? The day I hit the UWU? Ooh, that's so much better. Say puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then we wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should just come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, say. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Phil, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Say still trots away to retrieve her poem. Man. Nothing like a Dr. Pepper. I guess we're reading Say's first. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Phil. I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes, Say. No, but really, I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Say. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like, either. Jeez. I'm sure yours opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Phil poem. And that makes me feel extra special. Like I can feel you filling in it. Say hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Say. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. It makes me feel things and it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw. You want me to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. You're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Or whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet? Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Say. Well, I like happy the most. Sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give you a rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Say, that's unexpectedly poetic. Is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Phil. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Oh, man. Dr. Pepper hits is the goat. Dr. Pepper, the drink of the intellectual. Alright, bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck out one. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps, it doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends looked through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They are supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. That's crazy. That's really sad. Holy crap, Say, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like that coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. Point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Say I always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Yeah, that poem's dark, man. Alright, Carl, get some sleep. Have a great night, my friend. Alright, we'll talk to Natsuki. Oh. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I want to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Say's poems from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. You never really struck me as her type. Say has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That's a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say that we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly hair, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm gonna tell everyone. That's crazy. We want. Our character a boy or a girl? I believe it's a boy. I picked the name Phil. It's not even a poem. Everyone is just catching strays. That's what I'm saying. That Suki just out here shooting blind. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. It was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone who would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. So she just wrote it about the fact that everyone thinks that she's weird that she likes manga, but yeah. She would do great in the States. Is it like weird culturally in Japan? Is like, do high school kids get roasted for liking manga? I guess I never really realized that in all the anime and videos I've watched. I don't know. At least I can relate to that, and I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for you tomorrow, so look forward to it. Let's see what you're written for today. Well done, Phil. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little bit more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught off by the scuttling of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as a unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, and urge. The moon... Man, I wish you could change it out of cursive. It's so embarrassing, I can't read cursive well. The moon, its phase and affects that which more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I banish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic conditioning. I slice the bread. I feed myself again. She killed the raccoon? I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. I take at face value that I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness. I'd probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Hi again, Phil. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright! I like this one. Makes me think of something Sei would like. That so? You and Sei are really good friends, right? I'd be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Ah, well, we may be good friends, but Sei and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. Sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So, I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Nah, it could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sei's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. Oh god. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, granting waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine? Oh, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaninglessness. Poems are actually pretty good in this. That's crazy. Alright. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it in the way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this a tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Did it just break the fourth wall? What? What? Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. We really have to do something for the festival. It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Say has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Say's putting in all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Say, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Say. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone that what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons why we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sei looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sei and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. Ah, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. Anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club... Why does it keep saying that I'm inactive? It's weird. You can't recite your poem in front of the club. How do you expect to do it in front of the strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips her a notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line that she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is this simply all natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sei looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recite. Words. Four of us applauded. Where H at? Oh, H is in chat? H is hanging out? She be here vibing? Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sei? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each other. You can do it, Yuri. It's called Affirmage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes and she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she so suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. Ooh. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality. Oops, there goes gravity. Oops, there goes gravity. Oh, sorry. Mom spaghetti. Poems. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her. We were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds a poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay. I guess I'm next then. Sei hops out of the chair and cheerfully walks into the podium. Kinda endearing how we're talking to each other through different chats. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sei, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sei begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sei is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sei's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sei meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, though through and through. Sei finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sei. Even Phil liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sei. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Huh. Don't make me go before Phil. Not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Phil lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good at it as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alrighty then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Huh. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes it and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Ah, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for the other people. When it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It does have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Wait, I missed some. Okay. Wait, I forgot to say I got my exam grade back. I got an 88. Let's go, H! We love to hear that. Great job. We love when our friends are succeeding. Monica. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As far as the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sei and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sei? Yep. I don't think I've ever done so well in a college math class until this class. Oh, a professor could make or break it for sure. Look at you two, always going home together like that. That's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Phil, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I'll walk home with Sei once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sei is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sei? Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sei fumbles with her words. So let's just say one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. You know what? You gotta stick with the homie who has your back. I would still walk home with Sei. You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Phil. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Say, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sei to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in the meantime? Is our character that dense? Like, bro. How dense do you gotta be, big dog? A good professor always helps, and a bad professor can make it incredibly difficult. 100%. Alright. Let's go Misery. Special. Heartbeat. Extraordinary. Peace. Fluffy. Pleasure. Whisper. Tenacious. Fallible. Wonderful. Cry. Unrequited. Universe. Lust. Daydream. Hope. Firefly. Dark. Precious. Oh man. I'm the last one here again? Don't worry, I just walked into. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. What? Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. It's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sei all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Huh. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, the joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Uh-huh. Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri or Sei's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sei anyway? Oh, there you are. Sei is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sei. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Say shows me a big smile. You got... Oh, man, Is this going to be one of those games where you got to check in on your happy friends because they're the ones that need to check in the most? Is that the type of game we're playing here? Is that why it's a psychological horror? Is that why that word has been used in the poem, or a selected word in the poem? Oh. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worryingly glanced at Say before turning back toward everyone. But the conversation is already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Say recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Phil, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but you notice anything up with Say recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems to have been downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Say, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Phil. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? It seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Phil. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Monica should just be like, you dense idiot. Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Say talks about you more than anything else, you know? She's been so much happy ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light has turned on inside of her. What? No way. Say is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Phil. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Say is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Say and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear from her. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Say told me not to worry about her and have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how do I care about her? I'm letting this weigh me down so much. Hey, thank you for the share. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Hey, you. Taco! Thank you for the like. Rexy! Thank you for the like as well. Oh, Taco with the follow. Thank you guys. Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't much time, so... Sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. H! With the gifts! Thank you, H. If something's bothering you, then you can just tell me to leave you alone, and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles the last part. Nah, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sei, that's all. Sei? Thinking about her? Yeah, she was pretty down today, but she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. Anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Then in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. Huggy Wuggy, not yet, I don't think. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because that's not important. Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not the right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah. I should have thought of it that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with a book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not. Geez, if you're fine, let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. What do you think of the game so far? I mean, it's definitely got some charm to it. You know, I'm liking the character development of it. A lot of reading. And reading out loud is... I mean, I think I'm doing an okay job so far. I don't know. Okay, everyone. After some time passed, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sei. Oh, we're talking to Sei first. Easy. This is your best one so far. It's really, really nice, Phil. Thanks. Mm-hmm. Sei, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course. Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Phil. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah? I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait. Of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sei. I know you have to sometimes put up with me. And I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something. And this is how a poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sei? No, Phil. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sei has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you have fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sei. I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sei. I probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me, what will cheer you up? Sei shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Phil. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smile from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. What? Say, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, Say cheerfully walks out of the room, out of the classroom, humming to herself. Do you wish this game has voice acting? Yes and no. I mean, I think if it had voice acting, it would just be an anime, right? And then I would just say, let's just watch an anime. I don't think I'm struggling with that many words. There's a few. Natsuki. This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us is in the club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's, not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. Who's your favorite character in the game? Probably Say... I can't say her name right, but... our best friend. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Yeah. Natsuki elbow connects on my stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing ever happened. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go, a shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's have your memories in a footprint trail. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful. When you press your lips to mine, I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me be by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Aww. What about Yuri? Yuri's cool. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with the message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing. She wanted to pick topic and have us both write about it, or whatever. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic and trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Yeah, I kind of gave up and just called her Say. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of a metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Oh, for sure, Ghost. I would take back the Holy Lands for say. Alright, Yuri, what do you got going on here? Well done, Phil. You definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing, and I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Phil? Huh? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer, and even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. Kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Huh? Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. Huh? For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri, what am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. You want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Beach. Oh, man. Millions of years in the making, where the moon of Earth chaotically meets the surface under a clean blue sky and expose of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds and endless enigma, the easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. Oh. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundation until you give in, or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gently yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foaming tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace of the shore. Drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore. No, I didn't know that, Huggy. The beeping is so funny. Road at the shore. I didn't even swear. What did it beep on? Or did I swear it? I just didn't realize. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an insane thing to write about. Or an inane thing to write about. But I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. I don't think I said that, though, H. Did I? I don't know. I did? Okay. Well, shoot. I did. It must have been one of those saw cursive and was like, Hi, Phil. Oh. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem, holding it in my hands. It's pretty good. It makes me think of, say, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. Nah, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Yeah. Alright. Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift, the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall. And I fall and fall and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end in her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we all had the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. Seems like everything in this club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Ha! Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, You'll want to focus more on everything that went into it, and then things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is this me or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe? Like, the only thing different is that Sei isn't here. Seems you're right. Sei always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to, anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early today. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sei. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, but I didn't want to force it. Oh? That's a curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. Sorry, that was probably loud. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sei will be helping me design them. And as for you, Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki pouting too. Geez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sei enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changed as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. Anyway, that just leaves you, Phil. The one who is truly useless. Oh, don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. We'd probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I'd be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are you going to respond to a suggestion like that? Oh no! I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I'd give you to do. Not like Monica's going to give me a choice. You shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned you would like to handle the baking on your own. Phil may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Phil too. What are you saying? It'd be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Phil to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Phil, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Huh. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Oh, I'm going with Say! Forget y'all three! Trying too hard. I mean, if it's gonna be anyone that I prefer helping, Say. I mean, you're already neighbors, and Monica said that Say was helping her. Jeez. You really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Oh, damn it. I don't know. Are we baking or doing decorations or pamphlets? I don't like any of them. I guess we'll go with Book Girl. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki. I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No. I was just saying. So be helping Yuri then, Phil? Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Wheels spin of chaos. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word. I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. You feel the same way, Phil? Me? I guess I could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. It's good enough for me. Well, maybe you... What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No? Not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Phil picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. Nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so I get it. Kind of surprised, though. Why? I'm the one acting immature. I already know that, but you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know, I'm not very good at it. Sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki is the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken back by Yuri's words. When she already had trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. What up, Foxy? But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Say. Even if I didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Say would say at a time like this. Because Say always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. Ah, I believe you. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best, but with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Okay, I need someone... Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door, and they chat between them. I turn around. Sorry. I realize I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Did I give you my phone number? I think that'd be the best way, yes. Alrighty then. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I think I prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. Not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you. Don't underestimate yourself, Phil. I think that will make a very productive team, even if you only choose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself in an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out that you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. You believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looked straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. Okay, I need someone who knows this game to give me an idea of how much more we have. Because my face is starting to hurt from all the talking, mostly because of the dental stuff. So if we're like multiple hours left, I'm probably going to call the stream. If we're like 30 minutes to an hour left in the game, we'll finish it tonight. I just have no idea. This has been crazy. I mean, this is a lot. I don't know. Sorry. That's okay. Don't be sorry. I can always take a glance here. Oh, we're not even halfway. Yeah, we're not even halfway through the game. Yeah, we still got a lot of time. Okay, well. Okay, I think we're gonna call it there. Because my face is hurting. Alright, thank you guys all so much for watching. We had so many people tuning in tonight on YouTube, TikTok. I really appreciate it. If this is your first time watching me, I never ask this, but subscribe. We're trying to hit a lot of goals this year. I'd really appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, probably around 6 o'clock, 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll do some more Doki Doki, maybe get 3 hours in instead of 2. And then, depending on how close we are to the end, maybe we'll finish it up tomorrow or finish it up Wednesday. And then we'll wheel spin for our next game. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.